Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Lady Mina, and we have a couple of interesting things this week. We have our usual VIP suit, and we have Bloom Glow. I think we're up to the 4th or 5th iteration of Bloom Glow. That is the returning VIP suit pool that does seem to come back more and more often. The first one didn't show up for a couple of months, actually. I think that showed up when the game was 6 or 7 months old, and we've seemed to have it every month or month and a half since then. So that's interesting. They seem to be speeding that along. And we've also got a rare suit as our event suit, but it is the return of the Smooth Rise event, which is a lot of people's favorite. It's a lot of fun to get, and many people I've already seen in Discord are looking forward to beating their Empress count. Since last time, I think I managed to get 4 or 5 Empresses, so we'll see how many I get this time. Let's go ahead and start with the event suit as usual, or the VIP suit as usual. So we have this week Sun Blessing. She costs $50. Let's go ahead and take a look at her pieces and her tags. So she is Fairy at 11k, almost 12k, and as usual I'll post up on the screen if anybody else has the Fairy tag for anybody who's looking into tags before they buy. I don't know if you can hear the dog outside. I don't know whose dog that is, but there is a dog, so sorry about that. So Fairy at 12k, Mysterious at about 6k, Nature at about 4k, and then Handsome, Wild, and Dignified are all 2k. Let's go ahead and take a look at her pieces. She has the customary 8 for a unique suit. Is this a whip? I think she has a whip. And then she has this really interesting Tree of Life background with many suns. I think these are supposed to be suns. There's some mountains in the bottom right corner there. Let's go ahead and take a look at her poem. When the sun wakes up, all lives stop lying down. In the sun are bathing lovely birds, chirping around. Here appear some cicadas, singing along. On the top of a tree waits a phoenix till dawn. Here comes dark clouds, masking the sunlight. Gathering stars by her side, she is heading to the right. When it comes to her duty, nothing can hold her back. After all dark clouds are gone, she is the winner of this fight. Okay, so she's supposed to be like a Helios type of deity. She is basically taking the sun across the sky. That's her story. She's the sun goddess, which makes sense as her name is Sun Blessing, so she's a goddess of the sun. That's beautiful. Her dress seems to have braids in it. Those look like braids attached to the dress. Let me just take a quick look. Yeah, so those are attached to the dress itself. So that's interesting. I love her green and gold color scheme. She's a beautiful suit. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bloom Glow next. So I actually purchased the $2 bag for Bloom Glow. We're going to go ahead and open it now. So this is the $2 lucky bag. It's supposed to give me between 1 and 3 lotuses for Bloom Glow. Last time I purchased exactly 1 and I got exactly 1 lotus. There was some contention about whether it was possible to purchase 8 of these bags in a row, as several people had purchased many of these bags in a row and received only 1 lotus. There should be a 50% chance of receiving 1 lotus and a 50% chance total of receiving between 2 and 3 lotuses. However, many people purchased many bags and they only got 1 lotus out of each bag, which is why I don't agree with purchasing the lucky bag. The only reason I did is because it's the cheapest option and I don't want to spend too much on these events. So let's go ahead and open the lucky bag and see what I'm going to get. You can see here your chances of getting everything. I have 50% chance of getting 1 koi lamp, 30 for getting 2, and 20 for getting 3. So that means I have a 50-50 chance between getting 1 lotus and 2 or 3. Or koi lamps, they're not lotus, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so I got one koi lamp as expected. Let's go ahead and pop over to where is it? it's over here. We're on round 4 of Bloom Glow. You can see my counter up here. I have one fish lamp and I have one koi lotus. You can see the 3 different suits we have on sale this week. We have Frost Flower. She's a beautiful suit. I love this moon she has in the back left corner. I'm not going to go through all of them. I will pop their tags up on the screen. She's modern at 11K, and I'll also post up if there's anybody stronger than her. So modern at 11K, smart at 5K, jewelry at 4K, and then sweet, innocent, and gorgeous are at 2K. She's a beautiful suit, as all the suits are beautiful suits. I am especially in love with her background piece with that big moon in the corner. I'm a sucker for moons. Her hair is also really interesting, and I like that she carries a cane. Let's go ahead and take a look at Gingerbread. That's the Christmas suit from last year, so if you did not get a chance to get her when she was $50, you have a chance to get her today. However, I will say that more than likely, because the nature of this event is a gacha, the chances of pulling any of these suits for $50 is slim. You will more than likely end up spending quite a lot more. The total combination of cost of these 3 suits would be $150 US. However, because you have to do pulls and there is a non-zero chance of pulling random items like PK paper and recruit papers and things like that, then the chances of pulling them for $150 are very low. You will more than likely end up spending $200 or more. Let's go ahead and take a look at her tags. She's Christmas at 12,000. I think she's the only suit with Christmas as a tag. I might be wrong about that though, so I will go ahead and pop that up on the screen if I am right or wrong. And then she's sweet at 6K, creative at 4K, decent, active, and romantic at 2K. She has a really cute bun hairstyle. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the gingerbread suit, just because I'm not like a big Christmas kind of person. And it's interesting that they're dropping her now when we're nearing Thanksgiving, but I don't know how they choose the Bloom Glow suits. I think it might be by order they dropped. And then Autumn Breeze is a stunning suit. She has a tree in the background. I'm not sure what kind of tree this is supposed to be, but it's a beautiful, beautiful suit. Oh, she's supposed to be she's supposed to be our double 9th festival suit. Okay, yeah, so I think they are going by when these suits dropped, because double 9th... No, double 9th is not anywhere near Christmas. I don't know how they choose the suits that they're going to drop in each portion of the event. Her score is classical at 8. Oh, she's a weak suit. She's very weak. For a VIP suit, she's very weak. She actually... I should go back and double check that she was $50. She may not have been given that score. If I am right or wrong, I'll have it posted up on the screen. And then, so mature at 4K, ceremony at 3K, simple, decent, and elegant at 1400. So that is not really $50 suit stats. That's more like $30 suit stats. But if she was $50, I'll have it posted on the screen. Now, just for the sake of science, I'm going to do one pull and we'll see what I get out of it. The last time I did this, I managed to actually get a piece of the one of the suits, just one piece. I was unlucky. All I pulled was coins and fish jade. So if we pop over to awards, we can see what my chances are and what my options are. So you can see everything that you can pull down here in items awards. It's not great. I'm upset that I pulled coins for $2, but that's why I don't do pulls in this event. Like, that's why I don't spend in Bloom Glow at all. The only reason I do is for the video. But you can see here all of these different suits, and if we pop into them, you can see also, well no, if I come over to the Bloom store, you can see how much of these suits cost in terms of fish jade. So if I did 192 pulls in this event, I could purchase the dress that I wanted. And they're all the same prices, and I think they're all the same prices all the way across the Bloom Glow event. So if I ever manage to get up to 192, I'll be able to buy a free VIP dress. I don't see that happening, especially since I refuse to do more than one pull every time Bloom Glow comes around. So we have 3 days to pull in that, so if you desperately want one of these suits, then you are more than welcome to come over to Supply and purchase any of these bags. You can see for $100 you can get 65 pulls in Bloom Glow. That might get you a suit. that might get you a suit, but it might not get you a suit. So choose wisely, play wisely, be careful. Now, what is definitely not a scam though, my favorite item of all the 7-day gifts. Now, I did purchase last time's 7-day gift, and I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase this one, although I am in love with that super dark text box. So I'll put up the total cost of the Bloom, or the cost value of a 7-day gift. The first 2 items that you get on the first 2 days have no coin value associated with them. The only way to get them is by paying money. So those are technically priceless. You get 300 gold. Now, it has been pointed out to me that the last time I did the 7-day event, I miscalculated the cost of it because I went by the discount store cost for the recruit papers. So you can purchase a recruit paper for 25 gold, and I went by that cost when I calculated the event. However, it was pointed out to me that you can only purchase one of them for 25 gold a day, and that they show up somewhere else for a different cost, but I don't know where, and I cannot remember. I'll have it posted up. Somebody pointed out to me their actual cost is much higher, and I think we use the event shop's cost calculation, so I'll have that cost up on the screen. But I do know each lotus is roughly 450 gold, so that's 900 gold plus 300, and then whatever the cost of the 4 recruit papers ends up being. So we're looking at about a 2,000 gold value, at least for the 7-day gifts. You're only paying $5. The 2 lotuses alone, I think, make this worth getting. And also for the beautiful chat boxes. I only get them if I like the chat box. So I'm just trying to play this game with as little money as possible. I'm not a free-to-play player. I have reached V5. However, I did manage to get to 3 million power without playing without paying anything. So I do know it is possible to play this game for free. You might not be able to rank very high in your server, but you can absolutely play the game for free, collect all of the suits from the events, and just generally have a good time. Speaking of events, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's event. She is called Scented Book. She is a rare suit, so you will not be able to upgrade her, and if you are only looking to buy unique suits, then this is an event you can skip. However, I don't personally recommend skipping any of the events because I find that every suit has its use in the duo show, and I just like collecting all of them. So let's go ahead and take a look at her pieces. She's only going to have 6. I really love her background. That's such a cute little thing, and it's going to go so well with the hunting field background, and it might even fit in with the cherry blossom background that we have. So let's go ahead and take a look at her tags. She is mixed style at 5,000, just about, cute at 2,000, modern at 1,700, and then sweet, simple, and elegant at 800. Let's go ahead and read her poem. The wind takes away the smoke when she is passing by. Under a tree is sitting a maiden with books by her side. There comes a creek winding to her right. Some birds are flying towards her to say hi. All people become lost except for me, holding tight. From the books, I found a better life. Oh, okay, so she's a bookworm. So she does have a lot of books, and she has a book in her hand as well. That is, oh, that's not attached to the dress. So that is a handheld item, so that's really nice. I like her. I think she's really cute, and I'll certainly be getting her, especially since her cost is only 3,385 gold, and I will almost certainly be spending more than that because I always buy from, well, I've taken to buying from the exchange shop. These wish lotuses, they are worth 450 gold a piece. You can get 3 of them. Well, I can get 3 of them, so I have a refresh at 8 days, but I have seen people on the Discord who have this store refresh more often than every 8 days. Some people's stores refresh every 2 days, and some people's stores refresh every day. If your store refreshes, please let me know, because I'm really curious about that. Because if your store refreshes every day and you can purchase 3 wish lotus every day, that means you get a total of 21 wish lotus possibilities over the course of the week of the event. I have never had that pop up, so I'm really curious about what's going on with the game. There doesn't seem to be anything to do with devices or carriers that we can figure out. So if your store refreshes more often than once, let me know. I'm curious. Let's go ahead and take a look at what this event actually is. So it is Smooth Rise. If you have not seen the Smooth Rise events before, they are a 2040, is it? 2040 type event where you, or no, it's 20, it will tell me in here. 2048, that's what it is. It's 2048 type event. So you're basically combining all of these different types of servant girl into different levels of concubine. So if you hit hide titles, you can just see the girls in their dresses. I like to keep the numbers on because I get a little confused between some of the dresses because they look a little bit alike to me. Basically, the way to play this and get a good score is to pick a direction, pick 3 directions, and you move only in those 3 directions. What do I mean by that? See, I've got a grade 3 girl up here in the corner. She's a grade 3 concubine. She is in the top right corner. So my directions are right, up, and down. I will never go left because if you look closely, you can see that the girls will spawn at the opposite end of wherever I just swiped. So if I swipe left, I will have a girl spawn on the right side of the board, which is going to potentially move my highest power girl and is going to mess up my plans. So what you want to do is you want to just pick a direction, pick a corner, and keep your highest power girl in that corner. And don't change it for anything at all. There are 3 power-ups down here that you can use. Swap costs 50 gold, if I remember correctly, and allows me to swap 2 ladies. You get 3 to start with for free. I don't want to use my swap, but I might use my sack, so I can hit sack and I can get rid of a girl like that. That one only costs 10 gold. And there's also Writ, which will level up a girl. So you can see it only works up to a certain grade of girls, so up to grade 5 only. So that's the highest one that I could have done. And that's actually very useful. Writ costs 30, so I would recommend, if you are going to buy either any of these 3 power-ups, the ones you should use are Sack and Writ. And they are, I would use Swap as like a last choice option if you really have to swap 2 girls, because it's 50 gold and this doesn't count towards your cost for this suit. So if you're spending a lot of money on these 3 power-ups, then your suit cost is going to go up a lot. But if you are just using these 2 sparingly, actually you sack a lot. If a miss pops up where I don't want her, then I will absolutely sack her, and that sound effect when they get sacked is very funny. But that's something to keep in mind, is you want to use those power-ups at a minimum. See, now I'm out of energy, so I need to go to the supply store, and I'm actually going to buy a whole lot because I like this event, and this one lets us see, I very nearly made a mistake there. Oh yes, when you get a girl up to a certain level, you get a power-up for free from that. So I'm going to save those power-ups and use them. And what you want to do is create as many empresses as possible. You can see I haven't created any empresses this game, but once you create an empress, you have 2 options. You can either keep her on your board as like a power trip, or you can just sack her and get rid of her. It doesn't matter if you get rid of the girls because your points will stay the same. And the points I mean are the ones over here in rankings. So we have individual and talents. So basically, gold beads is how much gold you spent in this event. So you can see I've ranked 18 because I've earned a total of 238 gold beads. I have not spent all 1,000 energy that I just bought. Once I've spent that, my ranking will change in the individual ranking. Individual ranking is how much gold you spent on this event. Talent rankings is different. Talent rankings is these points up here in the top right corner. You can see I have 3,884, and that's how many girls I've combined, how many empresses I've combined. And if you want to know how much each girl is worth, then you can see here that if I create an empress, I will earn 2,048 points once I have her combined. So that's basically what it is. As you combine each girl, you get a different set of points in that score, but these gold beads are the ones that you use in the exchange shop, and the only way you get those is spending energy and gold. So 1 gold equals 1 energy equals 1 gold bead. So that's how I calculated the cost of this suit. Let's go ahead and take one last look at the task list. So usually the task list involves getting free pulls, but this one is just these prizes. So once I've completed an Empress, I'll get a gold ticket. Now, in past versions of this event, once you completed an Empress, you got a unique pull. We don't have any unique pulls this week, which I'm a little bit disappointed by. We only get a gold ticket. Usually we get 1 gold ticket and 1 unique pull, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and so if anybody wants to double check my math on the cost of this suit, the total cost is 7,120 gold beads. We get 3,735 free from the event, so that's 200 to start with, 7 daily bags of 25 points apiece. None from the task list, and 3,360 from the timer that resets once you get below 200 points, for a total cost of 3,385 gold. I think she's going to be worth it because I just like collecting all the suits, and I quite like her simple style. I think that's really cute. She's very much like a spring suit, but that doesn't matter to me. I think she's going to look really good no matter what. And I believe that's everything that we had this week, but let's go ahead and take a look at the announcement and double check that I did not miss anything that they stuck in at the back. 7-day event, smooth rise. Nope. Okay, so that's absolutely everything that we had this week. But, oh, there is one thing I would like to mention before we go. The last week's event with the Emperor's suit was glitchy. It was buggy. A lot of people were reporting issues with that, where they would purchase one of the Emperor's items, attempt to give it to him. It wouldn't be there. They would buy it again and try to give it to him, and then there would be 2 in the gift bag or other variations on that theme. If you were affected by that bug, file a bug report, and the devs will give you back that event currency. You do want to hurry to do that, because I don't know when they remove the event in 2 days from the event tabs, from the tab when MasterChef is gone. I don't know what they're going to do to help you with that, but if you experienced bugs with the Emperor's suit, then you need to go ahead and file a bug report ASAP and get yourself taken care of. And they'll what they've been doing so far from what I'm seeing is just giving back that currency that you spent, so then you'll have a whole bunch of these flames to spend in the exchange shop that's still open. So you don't need to buy another one of these. If you spent the 43,000 to buy his outfit twice, then I would recommend buying Wish Lotus or Scrolls or Elite Papers or whatever it is that you need desperately from this event. Actually, PK Paper would be an investment, especially if you are trying to get into Duo Show and Palace fights. So that's all we've got this week, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.